Most calm, secure children are not raised by perfect parents. They are raised by parents whose habits keep teaching the same quiet lesson. Your feelings make sense. Hard things can be survived, and you do not lose love when life gets messy. That is what makes this so powerful. Security is not built in one big moment. It is built in the tiny moments children live inside every day. The tone you use, the way you respond to tears, the way you handle mistakes limits fear and repair. Harvard's work on serve and return makes the larger point beautifully. Children build communication, social skills, and learning in repeated back and forth moments with responsive adults. The AAP and healthy children make the relational case just as clearly. Safe, stable, nurturing relationships and positive everyday experiences help children build emotional regulation, problem solving, and close connection. Personally, I think a lot of parents underestimate how much children are shaped by the emotional patterns they live inside, not just the lessons they are told. Here are 7 parenting habits that raise calm, secure children. If you want parenting insights that are emotionally honest, scientifically grounded, and actually useful, subscribe to Baby Cues Decoded. Habit 1. Answering their cues, warmly and consistently. Calm children are not always the children who need the least. They are often the children who have learned that their signals reliably reach someone. A baby looks for you. A toddler cries. A child starts to talk, then hesitates. And often, what matters most is not that the response is perfect, it is that the response is there often enough to teach something steady. When I signal, someone comes toward me. Harvard describes serve and return as the back and forth pattern in which a child babbles, gestures, or cries, and an adult responds with eye contact, words, or touch. Those exchanges help build and strengthen neural connections. 0 to 3 makes a related point. Attunement and responsive relationships help young children feel safe, calm, and understood. I think this is where security begins, not in being constantly rescued, but in knowing your cues matter. Habit 2. Becoming their calm before you become their coach. Children borrow calm before they build it. A lot of parenting goes sideways when adults try to teach in a moment that really needs co-regulation first. A child is flooded, escalating, losing the thread, and the adult rushes straight to correction, explanation, or consequences. But children do not absorb lessons well when their nervous system is still in alarm. 0 to 3 defines co-regulation as what you do with a baby or toddler to help them feel safe, calm, and understood, noting that self-regulation is still developing and depends heavily on responsive relationships. Healthy children's guidance on emotion coaching follows the same logic. Notice the feeling, help name it, acknowledge it, then address what the child needs. Personally, I think many parenting moments go wrong because adults try to coach before they study. Habit 3. Naming feelings without making them bigger. Secure children are often raised by adults who can make room for feelings without making feelings the boss. This is a subtler skill than it sounds. It is not, "You're fine," too quickly, and it is not joining the child's panic either. It is something more accurate. "You're upset. I see that. I'm here. We can handle it." Healthy children's emotion coaching guidance is very clear that the process starts with noticing feelings, helping name them, and acknowledging them before moving into problem solving. That kind of response helps children feel understood and supported, which in turn makes it easier for them to manage emotions. I do not think children need adults who erase their emotions. I think they need adults who can hold them accurately, without dismissing the feeling and without letting the feeling take over the whole room. Habit 4. Keeping life predictable enough to feel safe. Children rest better inside families that are readable. Children do not need rigid homes, but they do need enough predictability that their nervous systems are not always scanning for what comes next. Regular routines, understandable boundaries, reactions that are not wildly different from one day to the next. Healthy Children puts it simply. Children do best when routines are regular, predictable, and consistent. It also notes that structured routines give children a sense of stability and connection. The larger developmental logic is strong here too. Supportive, reliable relationships help children build emotional security and executive function over time. I think one of the kindest things a parent can give a child is not constant excitement, but emotional legibility, the sense that home is a place they do not have to decode before they can rest. Habit 5. Making mistakes feel survivable. Calm, secure children often grow where mistakes feel like part of learning, not proof of unworthiness. A secure child is not a child who never fears getting it wrong. More often, it is a child who has lived through the same lesson again and again. Making a mistake does not cost me my worth. Correction does not cost me connection. And failure is not a final verdict on who I am. Healthy children's guidance on self-esteem and resilience is very clear here. Children need to feel comfortable, not defeated when they make mistakes, and they benefit from recognition of effort, improvement, and recovery, not just outcomes. I think one of the fastest ways to raise fragile children is to make error feel like identity. When adults stay steady around mistakes, children slowly learn something powerful. I can stay intact while I am still learning. Habit 6. Letting them do hard things in small doses. Confidence is built when children discover again and again that struggle is something they can move through. Calm, secure children do not usually grow up protected from every hard thing. They grow up meeting hard things in manageable doses, with an adult close enough to support, but not so close that the adult takes over. A child tries, wobbles, gets frustrated, keeps going. And because the parent does not overfunction, the child gets something more valuable than quick relief: rehearsal. Healthy Children notes that successfully managing stressful situations strengthens a child's ability to cope in the future, and its guidance on growing independence emphasizes that children build self-confidence when adults talk, listen, and make room for increasing autonomy. To me, overprotection often looks kind in the short term, but competence is what makes children feel safe in the long term. Habit 7. Repairing after rupture. Instead of pretending it never happened, secure children are not raised in homes without rupture. They are often raised in homes where connection knows how to come back. No family stays perfectly attuned all the time. Parents get tired, miss the cue, use the wrong tone, react too fast. The point is not never to rupture. The point is to know how to return. 0 to 3 is very direct about this. When caregivers misunderstand needs or miss cues, trust can rupture. But intentional repair, acknowledging what happened and responding with comfort and sensitivity, helps restore strong emotional ties. That is why repair matters so much. The parent comes back, names it simply, reconnects. Warmth returns. And the child learns something many adults are still trying to learn themselves. Relationships can bend without breaking. Personally, I think repair may be one of the most underrated parenting habits in the world. This does not mean calm, secure children come from perfect homes or perfectly regulated parents. Temperament matters, stress matters, development matters, life happens. This video is not about becoming endlessly patient or emotionally polished. It is about repeating the kinds of patterns that make children feel safe enough to grow. Healthy Children emphasizes that emotional wellness and resilience are built through positive experiences and safe, stable relationships, not perfection. The CDC also treats developmental patterns as clues, not a diagnosis by themselves. So this is not a verdict on parents. It is a reminder that small patterns matter more than polished appearances. So what helps in real life? Notice more. Slow down your first reaction. Respond before you lecture. Name feelings clearly. Keep routines readable. Praise effort, repair, and recovery. Let your child try hard things with you close enough to steady, but not so close you take over. The goal is not to raise a child who never gets overwhelmed. It is to raise a child who keeps learning. When I get overwhelmed, I can come back. Children do not become secure because life stays easy. They become secure because safety keeps showing up while they learn to handle what is hard. Harvard's Serve and Return guidance makes the larger point beautifully. Ordinary responsive moments build the foundation for lifelong learning, behavior, and health. Healthy Children and the AAP repeatedly point to routines, emotional support, and effort-based encouragement as building blocks of resilience and healthy development. Personally, I do not think the best parents are the calmest every second. I think they are the ones whose patterns keep bringing the child back to safety. So the next time you slow your voice, answer a cue, hold a boundary calmly, let a struggle stay small instead of disappearing it, or come back after a hard moment and repair, remember this: these are not tiny things. This is how children learn what safety feels like. And if you want more videos that decode the emotional logic behind everyday parenting, subscribe to Baby Cues Decoded.